Thank you. Singing dynamics. Now, shouting and singing. Now, one of the things that is very common in terms of vocal health, how to manage your voice and prevent vocal problems, is to hear statements like shouting and singing are not friends. When you scream, when you sing, it is a way of abusing your voice. Okay, it's a way of abusing your voice, and um, but then there is another way where shouting actually can become like a dynamic expression in singing. Let's look at it. Shouting and singing. Number one, the first thing to note is type of texture. Okay, what's your type of vocal texture? There are some singers that has a very strong and tough vocal texture that can withstand, stress much more, can accommodate stress, and more demands than other singers who have something like a soft, not so much strong vocal texture. Okay, so the first category of singers can scream and then still retain their voices, I mean, without really experiencing any problem. While the second set of singers, if they attempt that, by the time they are almost done, with a 15-minute session, the voice is cracking, and ultimately the voice can, you know, they can experience what we call voice loss through voice breaks. Okay, so dear singer, you need to know where your texture lies. Okay, so now the second set of people who may not have such strong vocal texture does not mean that is a final verdict. Okay, there is a way you can work on yourself and build stamina, strength. Okay, and not really feel the adverse impact of that when singing. Okay, now look at it. Now I said shoutful tone. Okay, now this shoutful tone is, we can relate it with the two categories of singers, with the different categories of vocal textures. Now, when you say you have a shoutful tone is linked to the next point there, controlled shout. Okay, a shoutful tone happens when you have what we call controlled shout. Okay, controlled shout means that, look at the other part there, it means that you are controlling your volume, you are controlling the intensity, you are singing. Okay? There is a way you apply your volume that it is not your highest, so to say, so that that factor of distortion is erased. Then intensity, there is a way, I see some people sing, and in the name of trying to just pitch high, okay, the intensity with which they scream, okay, irritates the voice. Now that should be very much controlled. You have the capacity to do that. It is something that you should do consciously. Then the range, when you are doing a shoutful tone, it should not be in a range that is adverse, or that is not conducive for your voice. Okay, it means that links you are a skillful singer when you don't just sing straight. Okay, or you don't just depend upon your dynamics and just do those dynamics at random. No, you are a skillful singer when every dynamic and technique you do when singing, of course, when you have perfected them, and it's not just that you are doing trial and error on stage. You are a skillful singer when you can use each of those dynamics and techniques to communicate a particular message, okay, to provoke a particular response in your audience. Now you are at a higher level in singing, and this is something that every singer should attempt, learning and mastering, okay, in terms of.
As a vocal care coach, I do voice training and singing lessons all over the nation, even outside of the country. I coach singers. So anywhere you are, we have online sessions for you. And if you want us to work with your choir, I do facilitate on choir platforms online, and we can do a lot of things. My name is Abraham Olusegun Ifeanyi Chukwu Cornerstone, also known as AB Cornerstone. I'm a vocal care coach, and this is who I am.
Vocal care, choir care, making beautiful sound.